Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to make this kind of headband. We're going to make the adult version of this. This is my kid size. As you can see here, I do both a kid and adult size. And you can see here there's kind of a little bit of difference. This one's for the kids, this one's for the adults, this fits all adults, and this fits all children. I have a 7-month-old and a 2-year-old, and these have fit my 7-month-old since she was 5 months, and these still fit my 2-year-old. So they range for all kids, and all sizes are the same basically for this. So this is the pattern that we're going to use. Here is my fabric that I have. So as you can see, I have it cut. It's pretty long. So what you want to do for the kid sizes, both sizes, this is 5 inches long or tall. So you want 5 inches in the width, and then the length is what varies. So for children, this one I use 16 inches, and for this one I use 18 inches for adults. So that is the only difference. As you can see, they are both the same width here. So that is fine. If you want smaller, you can do smaller. If you want bigger, do bigger. It's all your preference. I like the 5-inch because it just fits your head better. I am going to show you how to do this. So to get this, what you need is to cut your pattern, cut your fabric out, and once you have that, you just need a needle and thread. So I have my needle right here. It's already threaded. So I'm going to show you what to do. So right now we have this. We want the pattern side to be what faces front, and the bottom side doesn't have any pattern. So what you do is you flip it. So you want to line it up so that way the pattern is on the inside, and you want to line up the edges so that they match. So when you sew them together, it's not all wonky. So you have them lined up right here, and they're good. So you have that part finished. So you go ahead and you thread your needle if you haven't already, which I already have, but you need to tie your knot at the bottom. So all I do for that is I just wrap it around my finger and roll it off, and then I pull it back, and that creates a little knot here for you, so that way you're not just pulling through your fabric. So then you go ahead and you want to line up your edges here, and you go ahead and just go through it, and then you make sure that your thread stays on this side, and then you just go through it again, and you want to make sure, see how your threads kind of going this way, you just want to push it back over and pull it tight so that way it stays on this side, and then you just continue to stitch over here. So then you just poke it through and make sure that your thread stays over here, and then you keep it there. So you see that I left a little bit of gap. You don't have to worry about getting these too close together because we are going to pull it to bunch it, so that part doesn't really matter as much. I wouldn't go putting it too far apart though, because then you will have like some gaps. So you just want to have it far enough apart to where it's not going to gap, but close enough together where it's not also on top of each other. So then you just go ahead and you do this whole line right here of these little stitches, and you just kind of go through it. You can go through it fast, you can go through it slow, whatever is easiest for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and just finish this off so I can show you what you need to do, how you need to end it. And it doesn't matter what kind of fabric you use. I am currently using cotton Lyrica. I've done it with cotton spandex too. You can do it with bullet. You can do it with swim. You can do it with whatever you use that you feel works best for you, because either way this technique still works. It doesn't matter what type of fabric you use. So then here I'm coming to the end, and you're going to put one here, and then you want to make sure that you are getting your ends. So you want to line them up, and you want to go ahead and put your needle through the end, And then when you're done, you just pull. And see how it just crunches up there? You just want to keep pulling. Sometimes you do have to like pull it down towards the other end to make sure all of it gets crunched. So you just keep pulling, pulling, and pulling, and see, now it is crunched. So then once it's crunched, you just pinch it, make sure that you have it pinched, and then you find the end of your fabric here, and then you just pull your needle right through it again, and pull it through, and then you want to put it through your thread, so that way it makes like a knot. And then once you have your knot done, you can see that it's kind of loose over here. So the way that we're going to fix that is we're going to do it again. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to go through our fabric and we're just going to bunch it again. So just keep going through. You want to skip some, it's fine. And sometimes your needle comes unthreaded. That's fine, don't worry, just rethread it. Because sometimes when you get towards the end of your thread, it just pulls out on you. It's no big deal. You just rethread your needle. Alright. And then you just keep going back and forth. Again, you just want to leave a little bit of space. And you don't have to pull it as you go. You can pull it all at the end. It makes life easier instead of trying to hold bunches together. So no big deal. Just keep going. Keep stitching. As you can see for this side, I'm going from the same side to the other side, whereas at the beginning I was going over. It just makes it easier for pulling it together once it's already sewed. That's why I do it. But you do want to make sure that, again, once you hit your edges, that you are getting your edges in here. So then you just pull it again. And you see how it just tightened it up a little bit. You want to make sure that it's all nice. Keep pulling until you have it nice and tight. See how it makes like a little knot right there? Then you just hold it and find a little piece of fabric that you can stick your needle through, pull it, and then you want to knot your thread again. So I just pull it through my thread. I got caught on the other side. You just lift it up, fine, and just keep pulling, and then it makes a knot. So then if you want to, you can double knot it just to make sure that it is secure. Sometimes I do that just for the extra security. You don't want your buttons falling apart. So now you know that it's secure, and then you just want to weave in your ends so that way none of it comes loose. So then you just go ahead and you just shove it through some of the fabric you have up here, no big deal. Get it through all the way, and then you just pull it out. Sometimes this part is hard if you need to. If you can't get it all the time, like you see how mine is kind of slipping, I normally just use something to either pull it out, get something grippy, or if you want to, you can use your teeth to pull the needle. Whatever works for you to help you get it out, or as you can see, if you just work it a little bit, it'll eventually come. And then you just cut your thread so that way it's going. I normally save my needle by putting it back into there. And then you have it, you just pull a little bit, and then you flip it right side right, and there you have it. You have your hair bow. And you can see that it's there. You can tug on it. It's not going anywhere. And you're all good and dandy. And now you have your headbands done. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys watching my tutorial video. Thanks. Have a great day.